true meaning of dinner. We're gonna make some potatoes today. And I want to take perhaps a slightly different approach than I historically have to make these potatoes. You see, I do want to peel the potatoes, but I believe that America is the greatest country in the world. I believe that if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. I believe that when I want something to come true, all I have to do is wish as hard as I can. I believe. Sure. There's more to life than just believing. Hi there, Meow, whatever your name is. I'll get my glasses in a second. I'll go see what your name is. That'll be exciting for you. You're like, wow, that guy really can see my name. And you'd be right about that. Right about that for sure, because you know why? Because I'm rapping air. Okay, we're going to boil this water. Normally I cook potatoes in some other capacity, but in some other way, like put them in the oven or put them in the microwave. But tonight I think I'm going to give them a quick boil to loosen up the skin. And that'll make it easier to take the skin out. Of course, I'll need a scooper to get them out of there with. And I could just use I really have a lot of possibilities. I could just meow with this, you know. Hi, Rachel. I'm making us potatoes for dinner. Thanks. You think I'm a hot potato? Well, I may be a hot potato, but these potatoes are not yet hot. However, I do plan on making them hot by boiling them in water. So, fine, let's do it. Let's just peel this potato. Some people say, oh, but the peel's healthy for you. I don't care. I don't want it. It doesn't chew good. It's not as good as the non-peel part. The problem with peeling potatoes is where to hold the potato while you're peeling it. That's the biggest problem with peeling potatoes. It might even be the biggest problem in the whole world, even unrelated to potatoes. But it probably isn't, but it might be. I'd have to check with the problem sizing advisory board, which tells us how big a given problem is. I've got one potato peeled. I'm going to put this peeled potato on this plate. Now let's peel some more potatoes. That's right. You're seeing real potato peeling action live and in person. And yeah, I am going to read your chats. I'm going to respond to them. Just give me a second here. I'm going to peel this potato and then I'll get my glasses. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfectly peeled. If it's got a teeny little bit of peel left on it, that's fine. Okay. Now let's get glasses. Yep. Hi, Simple Girl. Hi, Grape. Hi, whatever that name is. How are you supposed to say that? End. R-I-P, end. What are we cooking? We're cooking potatoes. Thanks, Simple Girl. Appreciate it. So, before we're going to put them in the water, we're going to peel them. I peeled those two already, but now we're at this one. When you peel potatoes, you don't have to wash them, because all the dirt is on the peel part. Okay. Now I need enough potatoes for me and Rachel. I'm quite starving, so I know I'm going to have like at least 3 potatoes. I'll make 6 of them, I think. Okay, that's 3. Of course, if you hit yourself with one of these potato peelers on your thumb or something, you're going to peel your thumb. They're quite dangerous, these peelers, really. I don't know if there's an automated form of it or what, but if you peel enough shit with a peeler, you will eventually cut yourself. And it'll be like a nasty, peely cut where you... God damn it! Don't! There's nothing in the trash that's dirty, it's just a brand new trash bag, but still. You need to do a better job of holding, fingers. Okay. 4 potatoes. And here's potato number 5. Obviously, I'm not always making it in the trash can, so I'll have to pick up some peels from the floor, but that's fine. Okay, that's 5 potatoes. Then another big one. This big one here, this should be enough potatoes for me. We've got sour cream, we've got ketchup, we've got salt, we've got butter, we've got everything you need for fine and delicious potatoes. Stop! But, you know, there's one thing I've learned over the years. The potatoes don't listen. You could say potatoes are bad apples. If you were try to eat it like an apple, you'd have a bad experience, that's for sure. Nobody wants to eat a raw potato. I think it might be bad for you. At least the green potatoes are bad for you. I don't know. Don't eat raw potatoes because they're not good that way. You gotta apply some heat to these first to make them soft. It was pretty warm, but it stayed cool in the house. This house is crazy well insulated. Okay. See how our water's doing. Is it boiling yet? No. So we're just gonna leave that as is. So what I'm gonna do here for this, I'm gonna take a lesson from the one pot strategy of mac and cheese. I'm just gonna boil these. I'm gonna drain out the water, and then I'm gonna smash them with butter and milk and sour cream in the pot. I got a smasher, so we're gonna have some delicious mashed potatoes tonight for dinner. Eric, what about some meat? Well, we're kind of low on groceries. I don't really have any meat to go with it. But, I mean, we could pour some chili, can of chili on the side or something, but I don't think we need that. I think with dairy, with cheese, sour cream, ketchup, butter, a little bit of milk for fluffiness, I think we're going to be just fine in the potato department. I don't think we need any meat. As long as you got some dairy or eggs in your meal, then it's good enough. You don't have to have meat every meal. It's recommended by the Food Triangle, but my Food Triangle is recommended by Eric's Food Triangle, which says your number one consumed thing should be meat. Number two should be breads or pastas, things like that. Number three should be other kinds of meat. Number four is cheese and dairy, and it's also number two. And then number 6 and 5 is like fruits and vegetables, other things like that. Just a little bit of those in moderation. You should only have fruits and vegetables in extreme moderation. Potato might be the most versatile food ever. You're right. Some people might even say it's a vegetable, but I say, oh, that's not a vegetable. Potatoes are bread, clearly. Would you like a vitamin?
Sure.
I like to take these vitamins these days. I used to poo-poo vitamins and said, vitamins are dumb. You need vitamins. Well, look what a hypocrite I am. This is brand new full vitamins. I've got so many free vitamins. One of the things in my inheritance that's still lasting and going to last quite a while, I eventually ran out of things like inherited paper towels, right? But I got a lot more vitamins. AOFK Tash in Tassin. Okay. I'll give this to Rachel. Here you go, my vitamin girl.
Thank you, my vitamin man.
You're welcome. And then I got my vitamins as well. I'm feeling good. I'm making some dinner. I'm having some vitamins because I think the vitamins are good for you, especially vitamin B. And this one here is a little bit of it's like a B activator. It makes your B vitamins more powerful. It gives them laser eyes. All right. That is boiling. So let's put the potatoes in now. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Alright, so how long do you think I should boil potatoes for? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not typically one who boils potatoes, but I do know how to tell when they're done by just poking them with something. If they're still hard, then they're not done. Just like my cock. If it's still hard, I'm not done. Alright, now I'm going to put the chat up on the big screen so I can see it. That's pretty funny. That's how potatoes are like your cock. If they're still hard, they're not done. Okay. Live. Here we are. Live. And we're going to talk about the true meaning of dinner tonight. No thick mushroom gravy. Ew, I don't like mushrooms as food. I just like them as drugs. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're cooking mashed potatoes. Gee. The best damn mashed potatoes west of the Mississippi. On the East Coast, obviously, they have the best mashed potatoes, but we can't compete against those mashed potatoes, so we just compete against one west of the Mississippi. Put those headphones down. Put this cord back here. Aliens are real. Are they? That'd be nice. I wish there would be some aliens or something like that, you know. Something like, oh, wow. Everything's different now because we've met some aliens and we can chat with them about civilization. Oh my God, you guys like dancing too? That's what we'll say to the aliens when they get here. You want to go to the stock hop? Presumably the aliens will be anthropomorphic in some fashion so that the Star Trek dreams of interspecies noodling will be made real. My name is Lorana. I'm a sexy alien lady. You can tell aliens are real because of the griddles. Good point. Good point. If that's not alien technology, what is? If stuffed crust pizza is not alien technology, what is? Humans can't come up with things like that. Yes, humans can build the pyramids, but not McGriddles. Not stuffed crust pizza. That requires lizard tech. Let's go with cigarette. It may have been fairly warm earlier, but it's kind of chilly now. I should probably get a jacket. Trouble seems to be able to handle it fine, but he's got fur. She's right there. Yeah, it is a great fan. I leave it on a lot because it circulates air in the house. And it doesn't really get, like, the temperature doesn't change that much inside even when it changes a lot outside. In other words, we've got good insulation. No, I don't vape anymore. I quit smoking for a while, but for like 6 months, like maybe 6 months ago, or 7 months ago, or a year ago, or something. And I vaped then, and I really didn't like it. But I will acknowledge that it was better for my lungs. I could tell the difference. It's not that I disliked it. It's just that there wasn't anything to like, you know. Oh, it's fine. You could do meth. I used to do meth. Nothing wrong with a little meth here and there. I try to avoid getting too into it if I were you, but I'm not. I used to do a lot of meth. I don't anymore, but it's more incidental than intentional. You're all weird for real. Well, I mean, I guess I am a little bit weird. It's not typical for people to. Well, it's like not a whole lot of people like me who have a lot of like who were meth addicts for a long time because I don't know. Generally tends to correlate towards different population demographics, I guess. But you know, first time I tried it, I was like, where have you been all my life? I'm normal. You're top of the heap. A number one, Eric. Thanks, darling. And you're a special lady beyond all compare. Oh, I don't care. Look, you can't eat a bowl full of babies, battery acid. That's cannibalism, okay? Plus, their mothers probably don't like that, you know, when you eat their babies. Don't go eating my baby. I see you smelling him there. I know my baby smells tasty, but don't go eating his hair. Don't go eating my baby. Eating my baby is bad. And if you eat my baby, then I will be totally mad. It's my poem called Don't Eat My Baby. Squee and return, my darling. Squee and return. There's nothing quite as succulent as a newborn infant, still salty with mother's afterbirth. I've never actually eaten any human beings, as far as I know. Probably eaten a little bit of my own skin, like chewing my fingers, stuff like that. But do I support abortion? I mean, the question is, what's the proper legal framework for abortion to be operating under? And the answer to that is the states need to make the decisions for themselves um, because it's an issue about which the population is very divided, and that's the kind of thing that the incubator of democracy, the states, is supposed to be testing out. You know, so I don't I don't think anybody likes abortion. Except for that lady that Rachel was telling me about, I guess. She's a real big fan of it. She's like, I wish I had gotten an abortion. Well, it's maybe not too late. You get pregnant and get one now. Show your support for it, huh? Whenever someone talks to me about abortion, I say, quit being a baby. It's a good one. I really foresee. I mean, I only made one child, and it came out and grew up. So, well, the thing is, like battery acid, there are circumstances where it's not as clear cut as you think. I I historically have not been particularly pro-choice, but I also have always kind of known that it would depend on the circumstances, right? Like, for example, if Rachel got pregnant, well, she can't safely carry a baby to term because either she's going to keep taking all of her meds, which she needs to stop from going crazy, or she's going to take them and then that'll hurt the baby, or she doesn't take them and then she's crazy and that's not a good. So she can't be crazy for 9 months. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's asking too much for her to carry a baby to term and give it up for adoption. It's also the case that if I were to get someone pregnant, and if I were to get Rachel pregnant or something, let's pretend she didn't even have any meds. Um, it's it's also the case that you have to make sure it's healthy, right? Like if let's pretend in a different world I get somebody pregnant and amniocentesis shows it's got some kind of serious disability. Well, see you later. I don't want to have to deal with that. Battery acid, you can't do that. You can't abort people who are already born, okay? That's one thing we seem to be in agreement about. I was a live birth. You were a live birth. Happy birthday to the USA Army. Okay, cool. I'm on record now, I think, in Guinness Book of World Records as the world's oldest fetus. I'm still a fetus, and I'm 54 years old. I don't have any secrets with you, Mandingo. I don't really have any secrets at all. Well, good job, Army. Good job for existing. You're going to jump off what? You're going to jump off the abortion bandwagon and go get yourself an abortion? I highly recommend it. Nothing is as satisfying as a good, hearty abortion. Makes you feel like, I'm not wasting my life having children. What a good thing. I only have one child. That's plenty of children for me. She's not a child anymore, though. She's 26. Are you going to eat, or you just wanted to make me walk into the kitchen for no reason? Yeah, Rachel's mental health comes first. Don't do that. Don't give yourself a lobotomy. If you want to do something insane like that, trepanate yourself. I'm a clump of cells that talks to famous people. Well, I don't consider myself a clump of cells. And I also don't talk to famous people. Except for you. You guys, of course, are famous people, but... Same. I am 17 years old and I will never have a children, neither would I marry. Well, I'm married. I'm very happily married. I wouldn't not have this relationship for anything. Yes, the Athletics won 4-0 today, Putty Cat. 4-0. Max Muncy hit another home run. Yeah. The trolls don't really understand that, but that's fine. Or they think somehow, like, one time somebody came in and said, like, I was lying with my channel name. I said, I'm not lying with it. It's just, I never intended to talk with actual famous people. I intended to talk with regular people as though they were famous people. But it turned out that it's really hard to find people who want to be interviewed. And then when you do find someone who wants to be interviewed, they're actually aren't necessarily very interesting. It requires a lot of effort on my part sometimes. But I did do some of those interviews back at the beginning of the channel. Regardless, now it's this, and what else is it going to be? Nothing. It's just going to be whatever Eric feels like doing. You want skin, huh? Well, get some KFC and eat the skin off of that. Everybody knows KFC skin is good. Here you go, kitty. I'll give you a pet. 2 pets and a third. 3 pets for you. Isn't that nice of me? I gave you 3 full pets. Well, I've been working a lot on music again today. But what else did I do today? Seems like I did something. I guess I played some poker. Did I live stream earlier? Friend who does that, he orders a large bucket of chicken, eats all the skin, and throws the rest away. Hey. I mean, I'm not somebody who picks every last little bit of chicken off of the bone. I've been known to let a few morsels escape into the garbage, but to throw all that chicken out is ridiculous. You want to look at the potatoes? Let's look at them. Let's see how they're coming along. Okay. This will be my potato tester. Not even close. They're not even barely begun to cook. Alright. Now it's time to pull some bone ribs. Katie is having some water. Oh my gosh, Kitty, you're drinking water. That's so adorable. He sounds like he's got a kind of a maybe imperfect family relationship. Family relationships are imperfect. I'm never mad at Rachel for any length of time at all. If I do get mad at her, it's probably because of some problem on my end that I misidentify some feelings as they're directed at her when they're not, you know. Rachel and I are never mad at each other. Pretty much never. I have been mad at her before, but they're very rare instances. And even when I am mad at her, like I said, it's probably my fault. And any conflict between us passes very, very quickly. Oh my God, I just went to hell and came back. What the fuck? You went to hell and came back, huh? Well, that explains the smell of brimstone in the air. Brimstone. You'd like to have a relationship like me and Rachel's? I mean, I think everybody would love that. You know, it's like everybody wants to meet the right person and be with the right person in the right relationship. It just seems incredibly rare. I don't know anybody who's well, except for maybe the neighbors. You know, the neighbors seem really happy with each other too. Uh, Jared and Kay, they seem to have a great relationship. But by and large, I think happy relationships are rather, at least somewhat uncommon, and truly compatible partnerships are quite rare. Alpha Canny body from Australia. I don't know what that means. I don't know what an alpha canny body is, but I do know what from Australia means. Presumably, it means you're from Australia. I don't know what it sounds like. Oh, I'll fuck anybody. I see. I see. Okay, gotcha. That's not the case for me though. I only am going to make intercourse at one person, and that's my beloved wife, Rachel. Me too, Rachel. Me too. I don't have any gas in me at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to do that for you. Besides which, you wouldn't even get to experience the best part, which is the smell of it. No, I'm not smoking meth. I'm smoking marijuana out of my... If you think this is a meth pipe, you obviously never smoked meth before. Thanks. Yeah, her name's Fire Crotch because the fire goes into her crotch. She's a Native American. Hi, Dreamsy Smokes Reviews. How are you doing? I hope you continue to improve physically and stuff, you know? You want to turn off Fire Crotch? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll transubstantiate you a bong rip. I have that power. So it'll go into my lungs, but you'll get all the impacts of it. When I was in college, it's relatively funny. Now, I'm not smoking out her pole. I'm smoking out her blowhole. She's got a blowhole right here, like a whale. Okay, I'm going to put a little concentrate on this one, I think. Just for an added expression of verve. Added verve. Additional verve is what I'm accomplishing with this concentrate. Okay, just put it on there like that. Come on. There. Alright. Now, Katie's passed out. This got timed out, huh? Well, you know, maybe I'll tell a bedtime story later. Oh yeah, she's alive. She's alive, and she's a wonderful kitty. I don't even see anything by dissonance. I guess I have it on top chat. What musical instrument am I playing? None at the moment. But I was earlier working on the new Gregory. I have to figure out how to get drums onto it there, you know. I think I want to ask Ruzmus to put down drums for it. Because we could sing a song. Disguise, hands in his pockets, and now he's walking down the drive. Uppers his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise. He hates the lies, wants to confront the men always telling them. And every time he tries, they always run and hide. Again he is denied the chance to yell at them. He's Gregory in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise. He hates the lies, wants to confront the men, always telling them. But every time he tries, they only run and hide. Again he is denied the chance to yell at them. Until the bridge brings a new approach, sneakily he'll try to encroach up on the guilty. Then perhaps he'll get the chance to yell at them. He's Gregory in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise. He hates the lies, wants to confront the men, always telling them. But every time he tries, they only run and hide. Again he is denied the chance to yell at them, because he's Gregory in disguise. So, those are all the instruments except for the drums. 2 different guitars, a bass. It's actually 3 different guitars. One of them is this little doodly dads here that is kind of subtle in the background, but you can hear it nice on headphones too because it goes back and forth in the pan. I gotta figure out what to do with drums. These drums seem okay for this part here, maybe. Those drums might be fine for that part. But, I should use the same kit for all the drums, so I don't know about the other part. The other parts. There's 2 other parts. There's a chorus and a bridge. Thank you for reminding me about the potatoes. I mean, you got to be in a good relationship to be good in a relationship. That's the thing. If you're in the wrong relationship with the wrong person, then you're going to end up just getting more and more either frustrated or distant or whatever, Because the differences will, it's still too hard. Yeah, not done. He's not going to say if you're stubborn, Rachel. Rachel's not stubborn. Rachel's not stubborn at all. Neither of us are stubborn. We're both extremely reasonable. We both have FE up top, so, front stack, absolute value front stack, so. Style. R&B is 48 through 54. Let's see what that is. Soul. That's soul. Come on, everybody, let's do the jazz. Come on, everybody, let's do the jazz with our hands. Let's do the jazz with our hands. Let's jazz hands. That's right. We're jazz handsing today. Okay. How about, let's see, 73, mute trumpet. This is the sound of a trumpet. It's muted. It doesn't sound like farts. Detroit pop, huh? Oh, you don't like that trumpet sound? Fine. How about a trombone? It's kind of busty. Well, that's kind of a nice beat, Detroit pop. This is Maine Detroit pop. If you're ever in Detroit, you're likely to hear this song. And if you do, go ahead and sing along. 'Cause it's Detroit pop. Detroit pop. Detroit pop. Detroit pop. And it's quite an adroit stop indeed. If you go there with trombone needs, and I like to visit Detroit for its exciting pop music. I like to visit Detroit because I'm totally used to it. If you want to come along to Detroit with me, you'll have to buy a first plane ticket class for $3. I'm not going to Detroit on coach. I'm not going without my boat, I mean my woman. So you'll have to get her a ticket too. What you gonna do? You know you want Detroit pop badly. Give me Detroit pop, sadly. It's not enough, I need more Detroit pop now. You can see how it's addictive to listen Detroit pop from the streets of the Motor City, home to the Detroit Tigers. Here, kitty, come and see. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. I'm a cat, but I'm a singing Detroit meow pop. Look at me, it's a Detroit meow, meow, meow. Having fun and not a cow, cow, cow. With Detroit pop. There you go. There you go, Detroit pop. More drugs and you might be onto something. I like that. I like your recommendation there. It's the kind of recommendation I can really get behind. But not tonight, though. Because why? Well, because I need to go to sleep. I'd rather go to sleep than try to. Yeah, it's like I've used up my day's energy, so. All right, let's do choir. This is choir. Okay. Not a good sound. These aren't choirs. What are you talking about? Oh, I see. Am I on this? Oh, that's why. This is a nice instrument. I can just play on it for ages. I could just sit here and just tweak out on it because I keep getting better at it. You know, unlike the guitar, which I'm not going to get any better at really because. Isn't that a nice sound? That's a nice sound. So I get ready like scores for movies and stuff. I could imagine a scene that would have that little theme there, you know? It'd be like somebody being inventive, tinkering with something, and also having some sort of plan in the works, you know? All rise, the king is entered. That's what that sounds like. Jump brass. Let's see here. Style. Bossa Nova, huh? Country, huh? I have a truck and I have a dog. I drink a lot of beer and I frog in my house. And I go outside with a horse. I like to pretend that I'm a cowboy, even though it is 2025 and pretty much nobody is a cowboy. Except for maybe a few people around here, which they kind of look ridiculous when they wear cowboy outfits. This is country song, a country song. It's a country western and you can sing along. If you like my country song, then you should go to a country show. You'll discover that all of the music at the country show is exactly like this. And so if you like it though, then you would like to go to see that country band. It would be grand. There. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a pretty good song for me. Both not really being very good at the piano and making it up on the fly. Given both those qualifiers, not bad. Feeling good today. Let the music take you away. Country air is nice. Clear skies make my soul fly. Right on. You know what's going to make my soul fly in a little while? 6 boiled potatoes. Well, I mean, they're not all 6 for me. But just take a little gander at these. They are D-O-N-E done, I believe. Yeah, they're done. Wow, this one's... Yeah, they're done. Okay, good. So now that these are done, we're going to pour out the water. It's going to be exciting stuff. Be careful, this water's hot. I don't want you to get a steam burn. Pour out the water, but not the potatoes. One pot dinner. That's what we're doing tonight. Now it's a little bit of a lie because I did have to use this. And it's going to have to be rinsed off, so it's not truly a one pot dinner. But I have to use a strainer for macaroni and cheese as well. And I just rinsed it off. It's not like it's dirty. It's just got a little bit of potato juice on it. Back in there you go. Okay, now we're going to do up these taters with all the fixins. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay. Got multiple things to do here with this. I guess I'll probably not put the ketchup in the potatoes, but I'll put it on mine at least. Rachel might want it on hers too. This here's half stick of butter is basically all the butter we have left, so not enough butter at all, but we'll have to make up for it with extra sour cream. Put that butter in. Put a little milk in. Alright, Buttery Joe. Let's add some cheese as well, since we don't have that much butter. We'll make up for it with other dairy products. I'll add a couple of these white cheddars here. Cut it up into small pieces so it melts better. Alright. Wash my hands off. Alright. So that's a good hand wash. Now, we've got another cheese here before we go sour creamy. Let me put these hot potatoes on top of the butter and the cheese so that they melt better. Go on now. Go on now and get it. Okay. We've got cheese number 2. Once again, we will cut it up into little pieces so that it doesn't get all clumped up in one spot. And so that it melts better. Okay. Now, I'm going to get this. Next we're gonna add in the creamer, the sour cream. It's like a regular creamer, but it is sour. We're gonna need a hearty scoop of this. Like that. Yes, I dirtied another wooden thing. Well, that's fine. These are easy to rinse off. Not a big deal. It's going to be very sour creamy. It's okay. All right, Rachel will eat sour cream straight. So as long as Rachel will eat it, I'm happy with it. Whatever it is. She's always nice, but she only eats the things that are good. Okay, that's really looking good. That's really coming together. Now, I'm going to put this sour cream and milk back in the fridge. And we've got one more pre-serving ingredient. I'm going to put ketchup on mine, but as a pre-serving ingredient, we need, of course, some salt. Quite a bit of salt, because potatoes require a lot of salt. Okay. That's probably enough salt. Let's give her a taste. See how she tastes. A little salty. It's okay. Better too salty than not salty enough. It's not actually too salty. It's fine. But it is fairly salty. Quite good. You know, I wish we had a little bit more butter. But for for being butter poor, I think these came out great. Rachel's gonna enjoy them. I'm gonna enjoy them. I'm gonna put ketchup, we said, on mine. I'll let Rachel do her own condiment making if she wants to. Okay, that's for Rachel. This I should not hold in my hand. The story of potatoes. A tale as old as time. Early humankind relied on the ignoble tuber for his existence. What could be more lowly, we modern people might think, than a lumpy thing underneath the ground? Well, let me tell you, sir or madam, that's just not a lump of ground crap. It's food. Fine, delicious food. All you need to make it food is butter, milk, sour cream, salt, cheese, and ketchup. That's all you need to make potatoes into food. Isn't that amazing? Talk about easy. Boy. Potatoes are like stone soup, you know? Have you guys ever read that book? The kid's book? This guy is sitting by the road and he's cooking a pot of water with a rock in it. And somebody comes by. He's like, "What you cooking there?" He's all, "Stone soup." "Really?" "Yeah, you can have some when it's done if you want." "Oh yeah?" "Yeah, you know what would make it even better? Is if we just had an onion." "You have any onion?" "Well, yeah, I got an onion. I gotta go get it." And then before long, he's got all these people putting all these actual ingredients in it. It's not really stone soup. He'd probably just take the stone out before he eats the soup, because otherwise he could break his teeth or something, you know. Regardless, potatoes are the stone soup of food. You need a shit ton of other things to make them edible. Rachel, are you watching this? If you're in the stream, your food's here. Your food's ready. If not, I'll bring it to you, but you might want to condiment it or something. I don't know. Aye, we Irish starved when we lost our potatoes. We needed the potatoes to stay alive. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ireland. I guess Rachel is watching something else. Okay. Excellent. A little bit of ketchup goes a long way. A lot of bit of ketchup goes even a longer way. Mmm. Delicioso. That's excellent amundo. Every single day as I'm waking up, settling like a bad startup. I think it's time that I get over it. I left my heart in my wallet, so if you see my name, that's why I'm calling. So, I'll tell you when I get over there, everybody.
Mashed potatoes are so good.
Thanks. So, it's a good one. It sure is a good one. Oh. Anyway, this is some nourishing nourishment we're gonna have here. The other ketchup is out there if you want to. Yeah, I use that other ketchup.
Cool, thank you.
These are really good potatoes. I actually killed it with these potatoes. They're fantastic. The Athletics have won 2 in a row. So, mark this occasion, this date, Friday the 13th of June, yesterday, was the beginning of the turnaround of the century. This team is going to start winning. By the end of the year, they're going to be a playoff team.
That'd be so fun.
I believe in it.
I believe in them too. Starting to get their stuff together, their rhythm.
Yeah. We got good pitching performances back to back. You know, granted, Mason Miller gave up 3 runs in the 9th inning yesterday, but prior to that, Severino only gave up a run through 8. And Jacob Lopez gave up no runs today. So I don't remember exactly how many innings, but
That's good.
Yeah, and the relievers didn't give up any runs either. Yeah, I need a beverage.
Yeah.
If you want this, I'll get myself another one.
I'm not gonna be able to drink it all.
Do you want something else? I'll get you something else from the fridge. You want a ginger ale?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, and pit and pee, cow.
Thank you. Sorry for letting me
Precious Cindy. Why don't you put that on the middle thing? Computer, you're gonna have to move. I'm sorry, darling, but you have to move. Well, yeah, I know, but thank you. Okay. Now,
thank you. Such service.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe was always my dream job after all, being a waiter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a waiter.
You would be good at it.
I think so too.
Excuse me, Tyler, trouble.
You'd rather be a hater than a waiter? You could be both.
Hater waiter?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. Why don't I look on Google News? We'll see what's in the news today.
That's a good idea.
We'll see what kind of exciting news there is.
It's Father's Day tomorrow. I have to call my dad. I can't forget.
Probably below will call me.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota lawmakers shot and targeted home attacks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Blunt's slams 50 Cent for trolling Kanye West after Diddy trial appearance. Why?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Dodgers star Clayton Kershaw writes controversial message on pride-themed hat. Clayton Kershaw says the rainbow is a symbol of God's love, not of gay people.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why he's playful of handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
Handkerchiefs, I mean. New brain-computer tech helps paralyzed patients speak to loved ones in real time. That's kind of depressing. 1,000 hours with the square kilometer array may be our best hope to finally see cosmic dawn. Video of LAPD officers destroying their own cruiser lacks context.
That's an odd.
Who cares if they only started hitting it after it was already damaged? But how's that context significant at all?
All right.
Wow. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't look at the news very often.
Clayton, it says Clayton card.
Yeah. Common sleep aid blocks brain inflammation and tau buildup in Alzheimer's model. So it's supposedly a common sleeping aid drug, and it's exclusively this one and not other sleeping drugs. But I've never heard of the drug before.
Are you correct?
Limborexant.
Mm.
It belongs to a group of medicines called central nervous system depressants.
That's interesting.
I've never heard of it before, have
Me
you?
neither. No, not at all. My medicine is kicking in.
You're gonna go to bed?
Yeah, is it okay? I'm
Of
gonna
course,
listen
darling.
to the stream.
Yeah, sure, you do you. Maybe just put your potatoes in the fridge.
Yeah, I was gonna put saran wrap over it. Are you good? You're good? Or do you want me to put yours away too?
No, I'm still eating.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Sure. Oh, yes, Gabriel.
Hmm. Well, if that actually prevents dementia, then give it to me. Because I don't want to get dementia. I'm very much opposed to getting dementia. Caitlin Clark goes on unreal scoring run in return from injury. Good for her. This is your favorite transgender channel? Wow. Thanks. It's kind of not fair to transgendered people, I guess. Because a cisgendered person is your favorite transgender channel. It's kind of like you couldn't find an actual transgender channel to like. But that's okay. I still appreciate your compliment. I mean, I guess it just means I'm better than all the trans channels that you watch anyway. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Hilarious putty cat joke. Well, I think we'll go outside, smoke a cigarette, maybe look up at the stars a bit. With a wistful longing? Are you suggesting we look up with wistful longing? That's a possibility. How am I going to get in touch with Ruse Moose? I probably have his email somewhere. In my email. You okay?
Oh, yeah.
You made a...
I don't know. I guess I was just releasing energy.
The sort of sound that I usually make if I drop something.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, it was just
right, you're probably just tired too,
Yeah.
I'm tired as well. I think I'm going to take a couple gabapentins here pretty soon myself. I'll take them right now. We're not going to look at Hollywood stars. We're going to look at...
I love you.
I love you too. We're going to look at... this is the opposite of gabapentin. It's not what I need right now. This is what I need right now. I can't fucking believe that. I mean, what are the cops doing? They're destroying their own vehicles in order to blame it on somebody who's innocent of destroying their vehicles? What kind of horribleness is that? Of course, given that footage is out there, they're going to have a hell of a hard time getting convictions against anybody, because I know if they arrested me for some kind of property damage or something, I would say it's just as likely the police damaged the property and pinned it on me as anything else, as evidenced by this footage of them destroying their own police cruiser, presumably with intent to pin the damage on somebody else who didn't do it. Unless they just like destroying, you know, government property. Ridiculous. I'm glad I don't live in LA anymore. Alright, we're going outside for a cigarillo. Took those GABAs, so that's good. Hi, kitty, kitty, meow, meow face. You know what else we could do? I could go outside and try to tie some of the plants to the thing I made yesterday. I probably could water as well. Yeah, I read that. That's what I read. But the thing is, it didn't lack any context that was necessary to understand what was going on there. You know, the context they provided was that the cruiser was somewhat damaged before they started destroying it, the cops. But how is that relevant at all? That's not relevant context, right? It's appalling, you know? Trying to frame people? What could be more appalling than that? Well, the thing to remember is people seem to get this whole team thing going on, even when it comes like the cops and stuff, right? Like everybody should be opposed to lawlessness, and everybody should be extra appalled when police officers engage in willful lawlessness like that, because that destroys all trust in the criminal justice system. You can't trust peace officers to not frame you. And what the fuck? Then you just might as well be in Mexico with corrupt cops you have to pay off and stuff like that. That would be better than being framed. Okay. I have to get some more little poles, but that's the start for that one. And as far as this one goes, well, I should take this pole away from there now. Maybe put this pole, for example, maybe right here. I could put this zip tie on it. There. And as far as this one goes, this big one here, well, we're going to go around here. There we go. Looking pretty good. This one, not too far away from here, I think. I could, maybe, but I could get another pole too. Probably be better. I need another pole for right here. Actually, I could get this one. This one should be fine. There we go. That's getting supported like remorted. Just as a woman needs support for her bosom in the form of a bra, so too do these women need support for their eventual womanhood, which is the budding stage, where the branches get heavy, gravid, laden with child. So we're going to give them a little support, and hopefully they will grow not so much this way, more just straight up and down, you know. Regardless, I feel like this will end up being well worth it when they get big and bushy and stuff, you know, to have this thing to kind of frame the bed and give them some support. I need to fertilize again relatively soon. Okay. No, you don't. You scoundrelly vine thing. You're not gonna vine onto my plant. Some little vine. Oh, just go climb up this root plant. No, you will not, vine. You absolutely will not do that. Not on my watch, Mr. Vine. Okay. Alright, so now that I've done some of that, we can go have a cigarette up front. Tomorrow, I would like to work on the comp. I could easily enough get all the cement I currently have for tomorrow. I only have 4 batteries. Is that going to be enough to finish the whole, yeah? Probably not. Now you want to go back outside. You just wanted to come inside a second ago. Go on. Okay. That silly cat. He is truly a silly boy, McGilly boy. The mashed potatoes are pretty bomb. I'm actually full and I really didn't eat anything all day. Still have mashed potatoes left too. You want to smack that hiney? This hiney? Sorry, that hiney belonged to somebody else. My beloved wife, Rachel. And I prefer, if you refer to my hiney as my fanny, because British people think it means vagina. I'm going to put the rest of these potatoes away. Regardless, these potatoes were indisputably a triumph of culinary achievement. You don't need the little saw thing. You just go like that. That's an old wives' tale. You need to use that little saw. You don't need to. It'll make it more difficult for you if you do. Uh-oh. Must be that time of night. You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling the urge to eat candy. Seems to happen every night. I don't eat any candy all day. And then, come nighttime, I have this irrepressible urge to eat candy. Dr. Mantis Toboggan? Ah. All right, cigarette. Wherefore art thou? Cigarette. Here I am, eh? Right in your hand. In your pretty little hand. Thanks, cigarette. You're nice. I sure am. I'm a nice friend provided by the Philip Morris Corporation. You know, as George Washington once said, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And I think we can all take a lesson from that. Number one, we've learned that George Washington was into Christmas. Number two, we learned that he had a strong affinity for jingles and jingling. And number three, we came to understand that, in fact, it's possible to jingle partially, but that's not the kind of jingling George Washington was into. It's implied by the fact that he's thinking about jingling all the way, that one could jingle only partially. I think we just have to acknowledge that we can derive that from what we know. Is it really 1 in the morning already? Who turned the light on? Yeah, it would be nice to get soft pack. They don't have soft pack anymore out here. I don't know if they got it in other parts of the country, but I just kind of, no stores carry it anymore. I can tell. So, I just buy boxes. Basically the same cigarette. And now you want to go back in. You're like me, trouble. In and out, in and out. Except the thing is, I open my own doors for myself, unlike you. Even though you have your own door. And if it's love, then you let her go. She goes round my head like a cop car, handcuffs on my heart. I'm a criminal, falling in love. I don't want to fall in love. Hi there, Sigma, Johnny Walker. No, Johnny, this Johnny. The musician Johnny. With a W. Well, I guess whoever looked at the house on Friday didn't make an offer. The realtor would have called us, so. I think it's priced too high, you know. It's priced like $20,000 higher than when we bought it. So, and it's not like I put like 5 grand or so into the septic, but I didn't really put that much into it. If we call it 275, I didn't put 5 grand into it. I just put a couple grand into it. So it's not very surprising to me that, it's not jumping off the market at 295. I just want to get it off my hands, before I have to pay property taxes on it again, and water bill comes due September. I'd rather I'd rather get rather lose some money on it than have it sit for months, frankly. But because it just costs money sitting there. Oh well. What the hell is that all about? Dog must have seen a bear or something, or deer, or bobcat, mountain lion, something like that. Take this sunscreen back inside. Rachel brought it up, I guess, to put on herself. I'm not sure where the sunscreen goes. Probably in the bathroom. My best guess. I don't ever use sunscreen, so I don't know. Ross, I believe you came by earlier and said the exact same thing. I'll repeat what I said then. I'm very flattered. I'm really grateful that I'm your favorite transgender channel, because that means I'm better than all the actual transgender channels, and I'm cisgender. So I must be pretty great. But I don't know, maybe you don't watch all the transgender channels, just most of them. Personally, I don't watch them, so I can't actually compare myself, but I'll take your word for it. Rachel's asleep. So let's turn off this outside light so that we don't needlessly light up the outside, and also, in the process, bother moths. It's kind of sad why moths go around the flame or around the light. It's because they're trying to orient themselves to the moon, but it doesn't behave the same way perspective-wise, so they just go around and around in a circle. Ross. Hi, Chang. Thanks, Benson's mom. I'm not that impatient about it. I'm pretty even keeled about the whole thing. Taking mushrooms last night, I guess it was 2 nights ago, whatever you want to call it. Really helped my mental health. I feel like cleansed by it. I think it's a good call to take mushrooms about once a week. just remove it. I don't know. It's got to be like 10-year-old or something. Red or black? Or isn't there blue as well, Johnny Walker? Okay. I guess I'm getting a little sleepy. I guess I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'll probably take half an olanzapine too, and maybe watch a little bit of TV before I crash out. See y'all later. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Bye.